we are. Waiting to get right involved here.
Somehow this is occurring. Meta Knight insanity. Everyone's worst nightmare.
Yes. 3 players with anti.
If you had to fight those 3 on a team,
it would be a nightmare. That's the real Meta Knight challenge.
Yes, yes, that is the ultimate Brawl challenge. If not, substitute M2K in there for any of them, really.
But silliness aside, we are back, and we are back with what was Apex Grand Finals of this year. We see Nairo and ZeRo going back at it. ZeRo with a little bit of bad blood, looking to recover his loss at Apex. Nairo looking to extend his current tournament record with another win column marker.
Yes, this is definitely going to be a huge victory for Nairo if he wins. Needs to establish that Apex victory was not a fluke. Take away ZeRo's potential title or claim to the title of Best Brawl Player. And this is pretty much the most difficult tournament since Apex 2014.
Yes, it's definitely.
This is the truest proving ground.
And as we see right now, it is going to be an absolute slugfest as both ZeRo and Nairo keep it ever so close, going tit for tat, trying to find a way to best their opponent. As of right now, it's very interesting. This is loser semis, marking a 2 out of 3, not a 3 out of 5. So it's going to leave less room for both players to adapt and find an answer. It's going to make sure that both players are on their toes and able to find those answers during the small amount of time they have.
Yes, of course, and this being an elimination round, loser goes home with 4th place. I'm sorry, I can't speak. And winner advances to losers finals against ESAM. And ZeRo getting the better of him on the first stock this time. Nairo trying to get some control and takes him out. Some poor DI from ZeRo.
Very outstanding by Nairo. I saw for a split second in the player cam, you saw that frustration get better of him. He put his hands up in frustration, but then he immediately smiled, sat back, said, I got this, managed to get a strong grounded shuttle loop, and here we stand with a very minor deficit in comparison to being a stock down.
But ZeRo still taking control of this stock, but no, Nairo quickly reversing that, gets him off stage. And ZeRo self-destructing.
And that's got to be a great feel for Nairo as of right now. May not be a legitimate stock for his perspective, but he still is up a stock, and this is loser semis.
ZeRo just ready with that neutral air, responding to Nairo attempting to cross him up with a glide. Nairo known for his glide mix-ups, basically the innovator of pretty much all the slow glides, glide past your opponent, cross-up glide attack, all came straight out of this kid's brain. Extremely creative player. And not creative enough to find something to do about that.
And ZeRo SDs and still manages to keep this game within his grasp. Last stocks, tied percents. ZeRo takes the percent lead, and we're breaking it down here.
ZeRo making it absolutely impossible to land for Nairo.
Nairo strong back throw, managing to make up quite a bit of percent, but smart NATO from ZeRo results him in having stage control, and Nairo still struggling to land.
ZeRo solidly back in the lead, 50% up now, charging that forward smash. Such a difficult move to get down against because it covers so high in front of Meta Knight's face and in front and above him.
Now, if I remember correctly, though, Nairo did find himself making his way back from quite a few deficits at Apex, so this should not be anything that's too unfamiliar for him. As we see, he starts to break it back down and pick apart ZeRo. ZeRo doing a great job of trying to regain stage control.
Nairo kind of giving up his ground. He wants to stay under the side platforms. No.
Very, very weary. Trying to watch out for glide attack and grounded shuttle loop.
So many KOs from grounded shuttle loop that match. Definitely a really dominant move. Being invincible on frames 5 through 8. Coming out immediately after on frame 9. It rips through all of Meta Knight's ground and aerial moves from below as well. Great out of shield option. You can use it out of dashes. So practical, and it's a kill move if you save it. And in the air, it can kill you at almost any percent. So Meta Knight's shuttle loop definitely one of the key moves in not only this matchup, but the entire playstyle of Meta Knight.
And as of right now, ZeRo back out to that strong lead he had. Nairo forced to recover earlier on. ZeRo managing to make the most out of that and really make that a hard punish. But Nairo coming back up, managing to only cut that deficit to 4%. Both of these players went immediately back to battlefield. You talk about salty runbacks. Nairo did not even give a chance for that cursor to look at the map select screen.
And Nairo ready for that landing.
Saw it coming, said, I see you. Oh!
Great tech by Nairo.
Doing an unbelievable job, got the Nair.
Putting the Nair back in Nairo.
Oh,
and ZeRo. Wow, that was a beautiful shuttle loop. Perfectly spaced to return to the edge. And wow.
Nairo, there it is yet again, doing a great job keeping composure and knowing how to beat out the options that ZeRo is choosing. ZeRo getting that early percenter. Nairo with an opportunity now, but narrowly misses his chance.
Now that was an amazing punish by Nairo, choosing to go for the runoff up air.
Yes.
But ZeRo was ready already with Smash DI to get away. Didn't take the nasty follow-up that Nairo could have had ready for him. ZeRo landing with that neutral air, maximum damage.
Nairo trying to find some space against ZeRo right now. ZeRo picking all the right options as Nairo being first into a first decision kind of basis. Oh, don't know if I would have agreed with that down B there as ZeRo was more than ready to take advantage of that.
Oh, Nairo, not enough juice back in his shield to block the entire tornado there. And smart turnaround.
Nairo's first opportunity in quite some time to build up some percent here. Might want to take the most advantage he can of it because ZeRo has been on him like white on rice.
Charging that forward smash. Great power shield by Nairo.
Absolutely
knowing his timings absolutely perfectly.
Going for that backdoor yet again. Nice beefy damage. And as we see here, Nairo, opting for an early loop, getting punished for it. Gonna put ZeRo in a position of advantage to potentially take Nairo's stock, but a smart Nairo getting away to the top platform.
Pretty much wasted all of ZeRo's jumps along with his own, making sure that he couldn't get that up air. Tornado to safety when he knew he couldn't reach him.
Oh, good nair by Nairo out of shield yet again and forcing ZeRo onto the ropes now.
Great back air, one of Meta Knight's most often underutilized tools. It actually has fairly strong KO power, and it's a very good edge guard tool because it has a lot of lasting hitboxes in. Is he living? He is living.
Narrowly, but definitely living.
Both
trying to find the answer to end this stock of zeros as we see a double KO.
The Dragon Ball Z. Nairo would have won if that was the last stock.
Yes, it would have.
All right, it is a dead even game. One stock. Shoutouts to one stock.
Yes, but here we go. ZeRo. Soap on the shoes manages to not get punished for it. We see footsies everywhere. ZeRo not managing to capitalize on that trip, not managing to capitalize on a second trip, and Nairo managing to continue his percent lead.
ZeRo off the level now. Nairo trying to keep him out with a small mixture of forward tilts and down tilts, and a little bit of forward air in there too, but ZeRo getting the better of him in the footsies war. That neutral game is the most crucial part because it's what allows you to get into the juggle game, the follow-up game. New players, especially, you need to establish your neutral game first, and you even see at these expert level matches just how prevalent it is.
And yes, spacing always first and foremost.
Oh, Nairo jumping out of his shield at just the wrong time for ZeRo to respond with that.
Managed to return the favor with a nice glide attack, pushing ZeRo into a rough position. Nairo not regaining stage control, though, as ZeRo underneath and manages to land a strong aerial shuttle loop. Gets that net up and running. Nairo trying to find his way to the ground. Oh, but a hard trip is going to make ZeRo lose stage control.
And the percent lead, but he regains it very quickly.
Good follow through as ZeRo got the tech chase there. Managed to get the down smash follow up. Does not get grounded shuttle loop. Nairo missing his opportunity, but a strong front half down smash.
And not so strong DI.
And here we go. Game 3.
Wow. Nairo saying, I'm going to go out with a bang if I'm going to go out at all.
And manages to make a really strong cleanup there. Got real grindy at the end. Very close for both players. I was personally waiting to see what was going to happen. And here we go. Is this the third salty run back?
It is definitely the Salt Field right now.
Sponsored by Morton's, ladies and gentlemen.
When it rains,
the
it
Salt
pours.
Maker.
Nairo starting off with a small percent lead.
But as
Gets
always,
himself cornered though.
Footsies make it so that percent lead is next to non-existent in those earlier percents up until we break the 50 marker in either player's game. And as we see here, 50 has been reached, so who will extend?
We might see this match translate a lot more into aerial combat now that they're at high percents to take more knockback from each other's moves. Becomes a lot more about edge guarding, juggles, landing traps.
A great use there, the auto-cancel tornado by ZeRo, managing to cover his landing and not allowing Nairo to get that grab and potentially follow up on him yet again. But ZeRo still finds himself at a deficit and struggling to regain stage control or any feet on the ground. Nairo taking full advantage yet again, punishing his attempt to get over the ledge. ZeRo still struggling to find his way back on.
Oh, a little spot dodge war there. ZeRo acting first, ends up getting the better of Nairo.
Nairo with an early NATO there.
Tries to edge cancel that drill rush, stealing some Toronto Joe and Orion tech there, and of course DM Brendan.
Yes. Very good choice though, managed to get power shield, did not get punished by ZeRo. Oh, ZeRo managing to get that stage spike. Did he get the tech there?
I believe so.
That was
and
very
he
hard
gets
to
the
follow.
up out of shield, still below 100%. Nairo hanging on.
Feeling himself right now, our Apex champion moving in here as we see the grab. What's going to be the follow-up? Does not make the dash attack. ZeRo putting him airborne. Looking to find another shuttle loop or another way to just get that stock out of here. Nairo doing an unbelievable job of recovering from that trip.
Throws the down smash out at low percents. Usually not advised because you want to keep it fresh, but he's got quite a bit of damage to go before ZeRo's going to be viably at kill percent. Smartly covering both sides of himself. Nice up throw, maximum damage punish. Still gets positional advantage.
And adoring Nairo's spacing right now, that slow ally style grind. Pushing his way in, trying to find the answer to push up, bust open the door, and he's already put 62% on ZeRo.
Oh, going for that read on the roll. He knew it was coming, but that is so fast.
SDI. They always get it. Oh, and a little Nairo loop pushing ZeRo to the boundary. ZeRo finding his way back on stage, trying not to lose too much control. Nairo trying to find his spacing and his footing.
And oh, unfortunate jab. You never want to do that intentionally with Meta Knight. There is literally no reason to ever jab.
Nairo covering his space properly, not giving ZeRo a free trip onto the stage, but ZeRo finding his way back on.
And oh, goes for the up B out of shield. He read that tornado coming at him. Unfortunately, it does have some vulnerable startup frames, unlike most Dragon Punches in this game. AKA Marths.
Yes, ZeRo as of right now managing to slowly but surely beat that lead up and manage to bring it closer and closer. There's a 5% differential, but Nairo extends it.
Goes for the forward tilt mix-up. And again.
Oh, and Nairo's the one who lands the grounded shuttle loop. Narrowly missing that. Yeah. You know he wanted to air dodge and get that grab for free. ZeRo.
Oh, ZeRo SD. It looked like Nairo might have for a second, but he was definitely good to go. And wow, I've never seen DI like that go. He went straight up.
The king of stage spikes is gonna know how to avoid a stage spike, and he made sure of it. Wow.
And he's still living.
Goodness gracious. And we see why we have our Apex champion here, managing to say, I have not extended my lead yet, but this may close it out right here, which it
And he's
should.
definitely going to die from that.
Only 3%, 16%.
Yes. The margin between these two is always very, very small.
Oh, but Nairo really extending that and pushing ZeRo to the 50% marker, well above it. We saw a flash of the Saiyan percent there for a moment.
Can ZeRo make this back?
It's going to be very hard.
Oh, if he found that up air.
String, but he did not, and Nairo finding his way back to the ground saying, let's reset this. I bet I can win another scenario, which he just has, marking triple digits for ZeRo.
Nairo is definitely keeping it together. He sends him off the stage with the down smash. However, that means it's not going to be quite as fresh as it should be.
ZeRo finding his way back to the ledge, but not on the stage yet, and Nairo has not given him VIP access onto the stage.
He's like, what's the password, man? And
up air.
Nah. Like, up air. Nah. Glide attack. Nah. Oh, up air. It was up air. Nah. Psych.
And Nairo looking very strong right now. ZeRo trying to find his way down. Gets a hold of Nairo by the collar. Tries to toss him off stage. But Nairo says, we're the security at this club.
Nairo holding it down.
That should be
and that is it. The grounded shuttle loop sends him off the side of the stage.
So ZeRo taking that strong game one. But Nairo demonstrating why Apex went to him. Doing a great job. He will find himself against the man himself, Esam.
Esam.
Epex.
Epex. That's what it almost was,
yes.
man. He had a good shot at winning that tournament, but we're going to go into a quick commercial right